What is up, YouTube? YouTube coming at you live from the studio. This is Keen Academy. Thank you for watching. Here is what we're doing today. We're going to be taking notes on half-life, and you're going to be doing some calculations. Okay? So the first thing I want you to know is half-life is mainly for radiation. We're going to be talking about it in the context of atoms. So half-life, you need to know, is the time it takes for half of the unstable atoms to decay. And we also have a graph here of what that looks like. So here's cobalt-60. And after the first half-life, it goes from 10 grams to 5 grams. The next half-life, 2.5 grams. And the next one, 1.25. So it's getting cut in half every time those atoms are decaying. And I want you to remember, when atoms decay, they don't disappear, okay? They turn into something new, and it's all to become stable. So like during our M&M lab, when you were taking out the M&Ms out of the cup, you're supposed to be replacing them with brownium to show that when the M&Ms decay, they're not disappearing, but they get turned into brownium, which was more stable. So that was the point of that. Next, I have a half-life calculation for you. Here I have, you all know that bananas go bad pretty fast. So I have the time of the banana's weight by day. So I want you to figure out, based on my information here, when do the bananas hit their half-life? About how much time would you say do the bananas hit their half-life? Okay, try and figure it out. Pause the video now and figure it out based on my data. Hopefully you notice that half of 1 pound is 0.5 pounds. So bananas hit 0.5 pounds in 14.5 days, right in between these two. So 14.5 days is when the banana hits half its weight. So you can think of the half-life as 14.5 days for bananas. Next, based on that, if bananas decay by half in 14.5 days, if you buy a bundle of bananas that weighs 5 pounds, how much will they weigh in 1 month? Okay, try and figure it out. Hint, how many half-lives will be in 29 days? Use that to try and figure out how much will the bananas weigh. And hopefully you notice that when the bananas go bad, they turn brown and really shrivel up. So they may look something like this. Okay, so since there are 2 half-lives in 29 days, since 14.5 times 2 is 29, so it's going to go through 2 half-lives within that month span. So in 14.5 days, the bananas will go from 5 to 2.5 pounds. And then the next days, at 29, they'll cut in half again. So the bananas get cut in half twice. They go to 2.5, from 5 to 2.5, and then from 2.5 to 1.25. That's how you figure out how much the original banana atoms will be left. Okay, this one's gonna be a little bit harder. Red meat goes bad in the fridge after 7 days. Okay, it'll start to brown like this. The half-life of red meat is 30 days. If you find that your steak lost 10% of its original weight, how long has it been in the fridge? Try and figure this out based on the half-life. So 50% of the original steak atoms will decay in 30 days, but only 10% of the steak atoms have decayed. So how old is it? Assuming that it's decaying at a constant rate, try and figure out how old is that steak if 10% of it has decayed. Based on that, is it safe to eat? This one's going to be a little bit more involved, so please pause this video now and try and figure out how old is the steak. Okay? Hopefully you noticed. There's a few ways you can do this. One of them is using proportions. So if you have 50% of it decay in 30 days, then you know that 10% equals blank days. So you could set up a proportion and cross multiply to figure out how many days, or you can use logic. So for 10% is 1/5 of 50%. So you could take 1/5 of 30 days to get 6 days. So the meat is 6 days old. It's right on the cusp of being bad. Okay? That is the last thing. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. When you're ready, you can take the radiation half-life quiz retake. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Have a great weekend.